N-E-W-S.
Hey, did anybody watch the Oscars? Neither did I. Next. Kim Jong-un is on his slow train to Vietnam. Kim is rolling across China on his armored train, heading to Vietnam for his meeting with U.S. President Trump. The meeting between the Great Orange One and the rotund leader of North Korea is scheduled to take place on June 12th. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said over the weekend on Fox News Sunday,
I spent a lot of time with Chairman Kim. My team is on the ground today, continuing to flesh out paths forward to develop a roadmap between the two countries. We're determined to achieve that. It's important for the world's security.
Meanwhile, in Vietnam, Vietnamese authorities have warned both Trump and Kim impersonators that they could be deported from the country for impersonating Trump or Kim Jong-un. This news comes out of Vietnam following a taped interview in the country by two of the impersonators. The Guardian reports that the interview was not aired. From the What's Good for the Goose is Good for the Gander department comes news that a federal court has ruled that the male-only draft is unconstitutional. A Texas federal judge ruled that the time has passed for a debate on whether women belong in the military. The ruling conflicts with a Supreme Court ruling from 1981 that ruled that the male-only draft was, quote, fully justified because women were ineligible for combat roles. The new case was brought before the court by the men's rights group, the National Coalition for Me, who argued that the all-male draft was unfair. Things are getting hotter in Venezuela. Soldiers from the embattled nation are reportedly abandoning their posts as protests continue and clashes are turning deadly. Al Jazeera is reporting that at least 2 protesters have been killed and that Venezuela has severed diplomatic ties with Colombia. BNO News reports that Venezuelan lawmaker Freddy Superlano, a member of the opposition party, has been poisoned in Colombia and that his condition is indeed grave. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said that a military option is still on the table for the U.S. on Fox News Sunday. Pence is headed to Bogota Monday to meet Juan Guaido, whatever, at the Lima group of regional leaders. Wag, meet dog. Well, at least if we need to, we can start drafting women. Neuman would be very impressed.
Neuman!
In suburban Detroit, a U.S. Postal Service worker has been fingered for possessing nearly 15,000 pieces of mail in her Clinton Township home. MLive reports that Tiara Van has been charged with mail theft and reportedly told investigators that she'd been bringing home mail since September. Investigators were tipped off after an exterminator was treating Van's home noticed all the mail. How many times do we have to tell you? If someone steals your stash or rips you off during a drug buy, don't call the police. According to the Metro, a woman in Northern Ireland called the cops when someone sold her sugar instead of cocaine. The woman told police that after spending 200 euros for coke, she ended up with nothing more than brown sugar. The fact that it was brown didn't tip her off.
N-E-W-S.